Do you have hope of getting away from drugs?
I want to say, I want to say here, tell you that there is hope, because it's hope out there for somebody, but man, nobody else in my family's been able to do it. I don't know where I'm headed. I want to say I know better, because I do, and I want to do better because I know that that's what I need, but it just, there's too much trauma behind all this shit. Like, I grew up fast, man. I really did.
All right, Kayo. Kayo, where are you from originally? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up here in LA, like USC Village.
Tell me about your family growing up.
I didn't see much of them. I was in foster care for most of my childhood. My mother was a user, habitual user, and my father, he passed away before I was born. So by the time I was 4, I was in foster care with my older brother and sister, and eventually they split us up. So I was by myself mostly.
What did your dad pass away from?
Heroin overdose.
So there's addiction all through your family.
Yeah, it's genetic, pretty much. Genetically predisposed, I think, is what they call it.
Yeah. That's a real thing, I think.
Yeah, it's a disease.
When did drugs start for you?
When I was like 12. I mean, it was just like smoking weed at first, you know, and goofing around, like, didn't think nothing of it, you know. Got a little buzz or whatever, but the hard stuff started like when I was at 13. Started running away from home and going out and kicking it with the homeboys and getting drunk and smoking crystal and just being reckless, you know. And a lot of that was because of, you know, I kind of had like a sense of curiosity for it. I always heard that, like, that's what my mom did. And something about that at my young age was like, I was like, why, you know? What's so fun about it? What's so interesting? What made her choose that over me, you know? So I wanted to see what it was like. And
You found out.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I really got a bit of a understanding for like the world about, you know, the world of addiction, like picking up opioids. That was the kicker.
Have drugs been a good thing for you in any way?
Nah, man. I chose I chose using drugs over my own kids. I have 2 daughters that I'm not able to see because I chose, you know, my own addiction over them. And I hate myself every day for it.
Yeah. And you're living where now? You're on the streets?
Yeah, bouncing around, pretty much.
In a tent, or just not even that?
It's not even worth it to keep a tent nowadays. They just take everything from you. I mean,
it's like putting a flag on your possessions. And if you walk away, it's all going to be gone when you get back.
Literally, yeah, man. No matter what you own, it's temporary. No matter how long you want to keep it for, you don't get to keep it for more than 7 days. Maybe.
Are these basically all your possessions right now, what we're looking at?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
How do you make money?
I you know, I do what I can, and I strive for more. I try to expand my horizons and look for other ways than just like the typical, boosting and whatever, dealing and shit like that. But it's not happening, Captain. I mean, for real. Like, somebody like myself, ink on the face, a little bit of a rough look to them. You go into a business, ask for a job, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy, tell you to get out, They're gonna say, "Oh yeah, we'll think about it. Just we'll call you," and they never call. So a real job is not happening.
You think your appearance screams drug addict?
I mean, I know I'm not bad looking, but at the same time, it doesn't, yeah. My look screams drug addict for sure.
The posture, for sure.
Yeah. Or maybe just like the bags under the eyes, the whole 9 yards.
Do you have any regrets in your life?
I regret, I regret not being more family oriented when I had the chance. I regret not saying goodbye to my mom. I regret not being there for my blood family when they needed me. And I regret not being thankful for my adopted family.
So you had opportunities. It's just maybe the predisposition to use drugs derailed everything.
Yeah.
Do you have hope of getting away from drugs?
I want to say, tell you that there is hope, because it's hope out there for somebody, but man, nobody else in my family's been able to do it. I don't know where I'm headed. I want to say I know better, because I do, and I want to do better because I know that that's what I need, but it just, there's too much trauma behind all this shit. Like, I grew up fast, man. I really did.
What's been your rock bottom? Or what's been your lowest point? Maybe you haven't hit rock bottom yet.
Man, rock bottom. Losing my mom. And not only that, losing my mom on Valentine's Day and having my wife leave me the same day, only to then 2 days later get put in a coma for a week, wake up and forget everything about myself. And about a month later, I lost my brother. And from that point on, I think that was rock bottom for me. I had nothing to lose. Mother's gone, wife left me, lost my brother, rest in peace. And just everything fell apart for me, my whole world. I lost the place I was living in. I lost my car, everything. And all because of my lack of impulse control.
How old are you now?
25.
25.
I don't look 25. I know I don't. I look old, ragged and beat down.
It's a rough lifestyle you're living.
dry blood on my face. Nobody wants to. Nobody wants to be like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is just like product of environment type stuff. But I work with the cards I was dealt. You know, I often think back to my days in foster care, seeing like all the other kids get picked, or chosen to like have a family, and I often prayed for that day to come for me, and when it finally did, after being separated from my siblings, it didn't feel right. Not because the person wasn't, the people I chose to let, take me in weren't good people or anything. They were great. I love them to death. But it just, the part of me couldn't, put my whole heart into it if I didn't have my siblings with me. And they were with me the whole way through everything else. All the beatings, all the abuse, getting starved by foster parents and having them deprive us of our food, or having one of our foster parents put my fingers in the windowsill for 16 hours, beat me with a broomstick till it broke, having a TV pushed on me, all of it. They even made me and my brother fight each other until we were knocking teeth out of our mouths, And stuff like that. Like, still, even through all the bloodshed, my siblings and I stayed like close knit. And to have them split us apart like that, like literally rip us from each other and put us in all different places, I just felt incomplete.
Yeah, that's the chaos that drugs bring. Yeah, because your family wasn't able to keep things together. Everything unravels.
Yeah. And it's not anybody's fault in particular. It's the system, I would say, because it puts these things in place for people with like, limited choices. They don't have many options to choose from, and oftentimes when being institutionalized, you find yourself back in the same mix of things, finding the same routines and habits as you did before. Therefore, you choose what you're comfortable with or what you're used to. I guess that's what, my mother did. And my father, of course, because right before he died, he just got released from jail. And he was only out for like 3 months before he passed. And didn't know his limits,
Do you have children?
Yeah,
You have 2 daughters, right?
I'm a father of 2, yeah. I have a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
And I
That's
love
gotta
them.
be tough.
I love them to death. I really do. My first, the mother of my first child, I should say, she's something else, because I had, time and time again put my best foot forward to try to do everything I could to be there, but it wasn't like anything I was doing was wrong inherently. She just didn't want me. She just wanted the baby we made, but as far as me was concerned, it was like yeah, I'm just a sperm donor, you know, and that's how she went about everything. So she separated herself from me as much as she could and got married to somebody else. I still do what I can and will continue to do what I need to do to try to make myself be available. However, whenever, but
Sounds like a depressing lifestyle, the whole thing.
it definitely like is haunting sometimes because I often worry about how my children are doing, being in a single, single mother household. My first baby mother, she got a divorce shortly after getting married, so she's just with the baby by herself. And my second baby mother, she wouldn't even let me come around after I caught her cheating. And she tried to spin the whole, thing onto me. And I have my mess ups for sure. I'm not, unaccountable or irresponsible. Like, I'm responsible for what I did, and I know what I did, and I accept that, and I tried to fix it, but she definitely like manipulated the whole situation to a point where like it just made everything collapse. And I struggled to hold on to something, but everything I was trying to grab onto just kept like disintegrating in my hands, metaphysically speaking. Like I just kept struggling to hold on. And I wanted to be a part of both of their lives, but both of their mothers just have this like no can do attitude about me for some reason.
Is that all because of the drug addiction?
I would say that was, my drug use increased exponentially after being, deprived of like the ability to be a father. Cause I was on a straight and narrow at first, both times. But like I stepped up the level and increased my my usage, I guess.
Is fentanyl your main drug?
As of the past couple years, yeah. I
Have you OD'd?
no. Surprisingly,
You've
no.
never OD'd?
No, I got it. Someone gave it to me in 2019 when I was living in Vegas. We had picked up some of them blues were going around back then, and we thought we were getting real ones. So like some of them were real, some of them were fake, and I couldn't discern the difference between the two at first because I didn't really know about that stuff. But I took one, and I just knew I didn't feel right, but like I didn't know why, But it didn't like put me down or anything or like kill me. I never really experienced an overdose before. I just knew that the way I was feeling right then and there, I didn't like it. So, like, that was about it for me for opioids for a minute. When I did pick them back up again, I was living in Illinois in 2020. I started doing heroin with my cousin and them. And there was something different about it. It was like a blanket, like a warm blanket feeling, I just felt like all of my worst fears had been erased, and all of my comforts had finally came to me. And that was scary for me because I liked it, and I didn't want to like it. I wanted to see what it was like. And,
navigating my way through that, like, it just, it took a piece of me that I probably won't get back. Because I put a lot of what I used to value aside for the sake of just chasing a dragon.
Yeah. These drugs change your priorities drastically.
Yeah. It made me put everything that was in the front seat in the back, and everything that was in the front seat now was just all about chasing a high, trying to get that next high, the next fix, the next dose. However, whenever, wherever. And I even, disregarded my own moral compass sometimes.
What's the most humiliating thing you've done when you needed a fix?
Humiliating? Literally, like, just begging. I would say just begging for it. Like, damn near crying. I've sold chains. I've stolen money from, like, people I love, straight out of their wallet. I've clucked my TV, my Xbox, to the pawn shop just so I could go get some dope. Sold food stamps, shoes I just got, like, as a gift. That stuff is, come to think of it, that is humiliating. You know why? Because I set myself to a standard usually. I don't present like the way I am right now. I'm not always like this. I usually stay clean for real. For real. Like, I got pictures of myself on my social media where that's the regular me, and I haven't posted on there ever since I relapsed because I refuse to present myself in the light that I'm not, supposed to be fixated in. Like, I'm not supposed to be displayed this way, but yet here I am because of just how far down the spiraling, this shithole I've crawled myself into.
Kayo, let me ask you one last question. What would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in all of this?
Honestly, when it comes down to it, the most important lesson that I've taken away from my journey through addiction is probably don't, how do I put this? I'm struggling to find the words. Don't let your past speak for your future. Don't let moments that are already gone by define what comes next for you, because everything you do now is a reflection of where you've been and where you will be. And someday you won't have a choice about where you end up. You'll just find yourself where you don't want to be if you keep living with your head in the past. Look forward to the light, because that's what's more important than anything, is trying to find light.
All right, Kayo, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Absolutely.
I wish you lots of luck from here on out. Thank you.
Thank you.
When I was designing the first White Underbelly book, I realized that there were so many great portraits that weren't going to make it into that book. They just wouldn't fit. And once I saw how well that first book sold, I knew I'd have to design a second book. This second book is finally ready to ship. Like the first one, this book has a collection of some of the best portraits from Soft White Underbelly, accompanied by a quote from that person's interview. This book features another group of Rebecca portraits, as well as a collection of color images of the Whitaker family, and plenty of others. You can order yours for $125 or $150 for a signed copy at softwhiteunderbelly.org. Again, like the first book, once this book is sold out, I will not be printing more of them. The portraits are what Soft White Underbelly is all about, and these two books contain the best of all that work. Thank you for watching.